That first night at the academy, we heard whispers in the night and had nightmares of a branched creature upon a horse with a mane and tail of flames. I felt something else calling to me too, and I think it might be the tree. Sneaking out of my room and to the tree, I met Evie, another Eldarin. They were from the Feywild. They didn't recoil from me or my powers. It has been a long time since others haven't recoiled from me. I wonder if they will when they learn more about who I am. A hooded figure ran through the great hall before I could learn more about the tree from Evie. I woke up Khoz and Ariadne, and we traced the steps of the figure out to the forest. And with the help of our sprite friends, we found the figure as it met with another hunched figure. The figure spoke for a moment before the hunched figure vanished. The hooded figure opened a portal through an arcane doorway by twisting a doorknob that he had in his possession. He had 3 fingers on his hand, and on his pinky was a gaudy gold ring. He was gone through the portal before we could learn anything else. The next day, Khoz, Ariadne, and I met students who told us of a ghost in an old observatory tower. Upon investigation, we met Professor Dirmar, a professor who, incredibly, didn't believe that he was a ghost. Turns out, Professor Dirmar was trying to harness the power of the stars, and may have had an accident in doing so. While flipping through the books with Ariadne, we noticed he had an ethereal ring exactly like the ring on the hooded figure.
Ashryn, Ariadne, and Khoz, you have found your way into Dirmar's tower, or what remains of it. The ghost of a dwarven professor obsessed with something in the stars and unaware of his condition has requested your assistance and led you to the upper floor where you now stand amongst the rubble and ruin of a once magnificent observatory. There's shattered glass around, maps, scorch marks and burn marks all over the stone and the floors. The giant telescope is twisted and in ruins. But he leads you to a desk and is showing you maps. So as you are all studying, he says, so you're telling me that these stars here are from a different plane, not here, from this Aludra.
Yes, I can say that with 100% confidence.
How do you know so much about this Aludra place?
Well, that's where I'm from.
You're from somewhere else?
Yeah.
Oh.
It happens.
Well, how'd you get here?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, good. I would love to hear more about it.
Well, if you like good stories, it's not that good.
We'll punch it up, don't worry.
You, tall quiet one in the back. Points over to a bookshelf. There's a couple tubes that would hold parchment. Says, bring me that right there. And point specifically, talking to you, Ashryn. Can you bring it?
I'll pull them off the shelf and kind of cough as dust probably comes down with them and hand them over. Well, I'll set him on the table because I feel awkward of the fact that he's a ghost.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely a lot of coughing and pointing and pointed looks happening here as we're trying to interact with this dead professor who doesn't know that he's dead. Oh, last game I had looked around to see if there were any moldering bones.
Oh yes, thank you. And you rolled a 21, correct?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as you're kind of looking around, Ariadne and Professor Dirmar are working at something. Ariadne brings over this old map tube, you assume. As you wander closer towards the telescope, you see what do appear to be a charred skeleton of a dwarf.
Professor Dirmar, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, why would you ask? What's the relevance of that right now?
I was just curious.
Asking for a friend, really.
Yeah, what Khoz said.
I need to figure something out. And he's just...
Yeah, you do.
What's your name? Pointing at you, Ariadne.
I'm Ariadne. This is Khoz, Mrs. Ashryn.
Okay, you're my official assistant. You have an A in my course now.
Wow, okay.
Because nobody has figured this out. Can you open that map? And he's like, you see him like in his hand, it looks like he should be holding a pencil and is writing on something, but he's not writing on, it's just like on the desk and nothing's showing up. But he's very clearly like doing some sort of calculations.
Yeah, I'll do anything for him. I just obediently just get to business.
So as you open it up and you pull it out, it's a chart. It's a star chart of the material plane. Though instead of there being ink indicating where things are, there's actual holes. And as you're writing that, he's doing more stuff. His hands are occupied. He says, "Put that over this map. Put that over the map of this Eludra."
Okay.
And as you lay it down, and he finishes these calculations, he says, This is what I need. This is exactly it." He looks at you and he smiles. He says, we did it. We did it. And as he says that, his ghostly essence starts to fade away. As his spirit like goes into these bones, and he's gone.
Well, we got enough of his story. I can fill enough of the gaps and the blanks, but there's a good one here. There's a good one here. Professor, researching the stars, dies tragically. Hundreds of years later, is assisted by a creature from another world, and finds this is something. Yeah, we've got something, and he immediately starts like tinkering around on like the song when he's going to write.
But I needed him. I looked back at the map. What map did I lay out over it?
It's an interesting map of what appears to be the stars of the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, there's holes in it. As you line it up, those holes match certain stars in the Eludra map. There's nothing indicating like he was writing stuff down ethereally. There's no notes about what it is.
Shit. I'm gonna start gathering things up to take with me back to my room. Does this telescope look, the big one that's in there, does that look operational still, or is that one also broken?
Oh, it's there's just
totally
a lot.
Broken.
Yeah.
Damn.
You would be able from the story of like trying to harness the power of stars and stuff like that. It looks like a star basically fell on the telescope.
Shit. Okay.
If you want, you could try to find some.
I cast hunting on it.
No, the star is still great.
Yeah, mending won't even help this. Unless you're gonna do it for like 4 weeks straight, every 6 seconds, cast mending on it.
Oh, geez. Welcome to
I will say
labor in the fantasy world.
You can, if you want, you could make an investigation check and see if there's anything you could take from it that you could maybe like find a lens that still works or something like that.
Shoot. Okay, that's fine. I look rather dejected that he's gone, but I'm just gathering up everything that's potentially gotten and shoving it in my bag.
Okay.
Dariel's going to be very disappointed that his ghost friend is gone.
Khoz has written a song that has brought himself to tears. He hasn't got it all quite worked out yet, but he is. You can see he's like visibly starting to weep because like it's so beautiful. He wanted to search for the stars his whole life, and in his success, he killed himself. But his soul needed peace. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, what a good story.
Khoz, I think you're being a little extra.
This is an extra. This is just how I am.
This is art.
It's just cause on cause right here. This is just how I show up. I woke up this way.
All right. So I imagine you guys headed towards the library now?
Ariadne, do you need help carrying anything?
Yeah. And I'm just busy piling. It's just
like
rusted
maps
materials. It's really like nothing of importance, really. But just
Okay.
I'm overloaded with like rusty metal equipment.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Oh, 21.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you what that means yet.
Okay.
As you're just gathering tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Did anybody else notice that his ring looked kind of familiar?
That's what I was pointing out.
Did it dissipate with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a ghost ring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to look over that charred corpse that we found in the corner. Do we find anything of interest on it besides 400-year-old bones?
No, it looks like it was pretty well charred, and in 400 years, people have come and gone in here. So it's really just the remains.
Okay. No gaudy pinky ring.
No gaudy pinky ring.
Interesting.
Well, I guess the library now.
It's been a little less than an hour. We've got time. We should go. Yeah, Rinny said not to go in without her, so we should probably just wait outside.
So as you walk towards,
Or just blow right in, that's fine too.
as you get to the library, you don't see any sign of Rinny. Are you going to go in, or are you going to wait?
Blow straight in. I mean, what does the rest of the party want to do?
I would open the door at least, like, peek in, like, does it look like a normal library?
Are any of our characters particularly like, I mean, we're still kind of getting to know each other a little bit. Are Ashryn or Ashryn or Ariadne, are they particularly like books, library?
I have, like, a 20 gazillion intelligence. She loves books. Only a 16 intelligence,
Yeah.
but she's
20 gazillions.
Yeah.
20 gazillion. No,
Round down.
She loves books.
Okay.
I was more interested in the sprouts than the books.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Okay.
So as you peek in, the first thing you see, it would be really, really hard to miss. You see this floating creature.
I just shut the door quickly. There's something in there.
It's got a big mouth, 2 long tentacles off its head that have eyes at the end. And just tons of little floating tentacles underneath it.
There's
And
something in there.
Nailed it.
and it's red. It's like glowing red as you close that door. That's what you see.
Did you see something in there? Ariadne's just like big teeth, eye.
Red.
And so as that's happening, Rinny walks up and sees you just stressing out and says, did you go in?
Don't go in there.
No. That's Gibble. He's the librarian.
What did you say his name was?
Gibble. Gibbel.
That's a librarian.
Gibble librarian. Wow.
Gibble
Ariadne, you're a
is...
bit overreacting. I mean, it's just a librarian. How terrifying can they be?
You didn't see it. You didn't see it.
Khoz swings open the door nonchalantly. Come on.
Yeah, and so you see exactly what Ariadne saw, this floating mouth with 2 tentacle eyes and little tentacles underneath it, and it is
Khoz screams.
one of the eyes looks at you. It looks over at you.
Khoz screams and immediately like ducks and covers.
I hop behind Khoz.
And Rinny walks in, and you hear in your mind, not with your ears, in your brains,
Using our brain ears.
they keep ruining my books. They're messing up the stacks. Everything is in shambles. I don't know where anything is. When will they just do the O? And you watch, right as you hear that O in your mind, its color turns into this green as that eye swivels towards you. Welcome to the Lost Halls, the library here. I'm Gibble. Oh, Rinny. Hello. These must be You're new students. Welcome.
Please don't hurt us.
That is a very rude thing to say. I hope you don't hurt me.
Oh.
I'm what? Well, I'm Gibble. I'm the librarian. What? I like books. Do you like books?
Oh, what are you, Gibble?
I'm a flump.
Oh.
You don't know us.
No, you're the first flump that I've encountered.
Well, we're wonderful. And as that happens, you hear a crash, just kind of echo through, and this flump turns red again.
What color are they when they're not red?
When they looked at you and their tone changed, they turned green.
Green.
It's a mood ring flump.
Yeah, more or less. And in your head, you hear, those drakes are not putting the books away. They're knocking over my shelves. And I want my books to be safe for my students who are coming in soon. Do you all have any experience with drakes?
Can't say I do.
As two of its eyes go like right at you, they swoop down.
So Khoz did a brief stint adventuring before you came here to the academy. Has he ever dealt with drakes before?
Why don't you roll a nature check and we'll find out together.
Let the dice decide. I like that. I like that. Yeah, 13 on nature check.
13?
Yeah.
You have
Yay!
never dealt with drakes that work in libraries, though.
So when I've dealt with drakes before, what do I know about drakes? Are they big, small?
The drakes that you would have dealt with are more dragon-like, big. Like you've accompanied some adventurers to write down their tales as you were looking for this ballad who went out to save a small village from a drake that was plundering their livestock, kind of a thing.
So drakes are large dragon-like creatures, fire-breathing, the whole lot. And yeah, Gibble, you've got drakes in here, shelving books.
Yeah, I do. They're the library drakes.
There's a library drakes?
They're mischievous little bastards, but they just need school. When school starts, then they will be more behaved because they have things to do. But before all you students get here, they think they're so funny and clever.
Oh, so they're like tricksy drakes, like tricksy fairy drakes.
I have an idea. You're students.
Yeah, we're students.
Do you think you could get them to stop?
Well, we do have some materials that we need to research, as I point to Ariadne's armful of decrepit scrolls and books that I imagine is just falling off one at a time.
Oh my. Here, place these over here. And they just like telekinetically get pulled from you. And placed.
Be careful, please.
But, if there's one thing that I know, it is how to be careful with a book.
These tiny library drakes, are they also careful with books?
Most of the time, unless I make them mad or they're just being pills. But no, they respect the library and knowledge. They just...
Is this about right around when another resounding crash happens?
Yeah. And you hear...
And Renee is still with us, right?
Yeah, Rennie's still with you.
Renee, what's her reaction to all this? Does she look like
she's like
something?
She's standing in the back, just like rolling her eyes, like I hate the library. Is the kind of vibe that you're getting from her.
Library.
I mean, I guess if we don't have any class to get to, we might as well help.
She looks at you all and is like, listen, the drakes they're very annoying. They're not. They think they're hilarious. They're not funny. If you have snacks, that usually helps. Or if you can come up with some games. But I've been here and I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. And she looks at Gibble. It's like, I'm not doing it again.
Well, we were at the main hall earlier where there was food and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
How is that quite far from where we are?
No, it's 5 or 10 minute walk. You're all like the library, the dorms, the Great Hall, even the tower you were in are all part of this kind of upper section all around that main courtyard where the tree is.
The quad. Upper quad. Gibble, what do these library drakes eat?
They have a bit of a sweet tooth. Cakes and sorts.
Well, I'm glad I asked. I would have brought back meat.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why they end up playing jokes on people all the time, because people assume they're like dragons and they want to go burn a village and eat all the sheep and people, but not these ones. They're just weird.
Well, let's go get them some little cakes.
Wonderful. If you do that, I will. I'll help you get registered get everything set for the library so you can check out books. And I think in your head you said your name. I heard you say, talking to yourself, you said you're Ariadne. Sorry, it's hard for me not to just listen. But I will get these better taken care of, and or the information put into new books if needed. And then I'll give them back to you. They're yours, are they not?
Well, I guess now. Yes.
I don't know what that means, but okay. That's fine. I'll get it. I'll get it going, and we'll get these taken care of, very carefully. So run along, and then you watch as it turns around. It's very green right now, as it's like telekinetically moving the books and getting things arranged and whatnot. You hear another crash, and it says, "Run along, please." So I'm assuming you're running to the Great Hall.
Run along.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why don't one of you just roll a perception check to see if you can find some snacks quick?
I shall look for snacks. I got a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you find some donuts.
Donuts.
Just really fancy.
What are we gonna give to these
Real
drakes
fancy
as Khoz eats these donuts?
Can I take one of those donuts and put it in my little side satchel for just another time?
Yeah.
I don't know if these donuts are great. We're all like, oh yeah, donuts. I need these for later.
Later.
Oh my God.
Yep.
For reasons.
Mm-hmm.
How many donuts are you taking?
How many donuts are there?
I'll say it looks like there's about a dozen.
Take the dozen.
We take the whole. We take the whole.
Okay.
We take the box. We take the box.
One goes sneakily into Ashryn's satchel.
One goes not sneakily at all right into Khoz's face.
So as you get back in the library,
Down to 10.
Who's tracking these donuts? Who's doing inventory management on these donuts?
As you get back, you hear another crashing, and Gibble says to you, "You need to hurry up. Don't go down a lot, and never turn the same direction twice."
Can you expand on the statement? Don't go down a lot.
Like, if you go down and you feel like, wow, this is a lot, then you should stop. Like maybe don't go down like 3 flights of stairs, and don't turn the same direction twice in a row.
Okay.
What happens if we turn the same direction twice?
Lots of things can happen.
And this is safe for the students?
No, nothing's safe here.
Nothing.
Okay.
People's like, no. Oh God, no! It's not safe at all.
They're small, but we do have drakes taking care of the books. So
Very dangerous.
you're at a school where magic is basically being reborn in the world. So safe is not a word we typically use.
I'm gonna pull out a small notebook and pen and start sketching the room and like the path that we're supposed to go down, and I'm just gonna like keep tabs on which way we turned, essentially.
It's legit. That's legit.
Smart.
There's a couple doors also that if you open them, it's a wall. Don't walk through that.
Don't walk through walls.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, chop.
Oh, okay.
And I am going to need you all to roll initiative, and we're going to do a skill challenge. We're going to
Oh
do a
no.
little throwback.
Oh no.
Love it. Initiative. Oh my
Oh,
good
natural
lord.
20. Haha.
Oh, yeah.
I got
6.
12.
Okay.
Always carry a spare.
And Ashryn was a 6.
Yes.
Okay, and Khoz was a 12. Okay, so he says, quick, up the stairs. And so as you run up, what is the first thing you do, Ariadne?
Wait, so we're going upstairs? Is that what you just said?
That's where the flump directed you.
Okay.
And where you've heard the crashes, it seems like from upstairs.
Okay. What's at the top of the stairs? Is it just a straight hallway, or is it turns, or?
As you get to the top of the stairs, looks like 4 hallways, and then further it opens up into like this circular, like imagine Beauty and the Beast library, right? Where it's like this big circular room that just goes like up and down in a lot of directions, and from those that you see lots of different doors and stuff. It's not a organized straight place. It's essentially this giant maze.
I'll go out to the main circle area that I see, and listen for more crashes.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay, and 11.
13. So as you get out there, you hear a crash, but you can't pinpoint it. As it echoes weird through this halls, it sounds like it's coming from above you and below you. And Khoz, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to try to following the sounds of these crashes. Wait, is there any visual that we've got, like things that are falling or shaking?
I will say, you as you get there, as you catch up with Ariadne, you see a book falling from above.
Okay. So I'm gonna say up. Looks like they're crashing around up, and I'm gonna go. We just came up a flight of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
There's like different flights of stairs that are going up from here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want to make sure. I'm gonna make sure the stairwell that I pick is not repeating the same direction twice. So if we like came into this room from the right, then I'm gonna go up to the left. Okay.
As you go up, and as you get up there, you see a purple-looking drake that's maybe 3 feet long. It's standing on top of a bookshelf that is knocked over. You see like these scrolls and books all over the place, and and as you walk up the stairs, it just kind of does that like curious dog head tilt at you.
And I'm gonna hold up a donut and go, "Hey man, come here, you want a donut? Come here." And I'm gonna kind of like slowly like try to like bring it back, like kind of like walk back down the stairs, like trying to like lure it away from whatever. Is there like books knocked around where it's at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try like lure it away from the chaos it's created.
Okay, so give me an animal handling check.
All right. Do I get any kind of bonus for having donut? Does donut give it?
Sure, you can roll. You can roll with advantage.
Advantage donut. Excellent. I think 22 on animal handling.
Okay. Yeah. As you do that, you see it start to kind of walk away from that and seemingly follow you as its eyes lock in on the donut. And Ashryn, it's your turn.
3-foot-long drake. That's kind of purple drake. It's a little terrifying. Slightly shorter than me.
As he got the attention of the drake with the donut, I'm going to take another donut out of the box, and I'm going to whistle like you would with a dog, like, and I'm going to throw it into the middle of the room to see if the drakes will go to it.
Okay. I guess, yeah, make an animal handling check as well.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you toss this out, and Ariadne, you also are seeing all this. There is a teal drake, similar size and color, swoop down, catch it with its mouth, and right behind it there is a more a reddish drake that flies down and basically rips it from the other one's mouth as they start kind of like flying around in the middle of this library fighting it. And the purple drake that is walking towards you, Khoz, says in its very drakey dragony voice, "You're gonna give that to me, right?"
Right. Just you're gonna be good. Stop knocking all these books around. We're students, so we need you to do something for us. Mm-hmm. You gotta calm down. Can't be causing a mess.
You working for Gibble? He put you up to this?
Well, that, and I need a favor. I need you to find some books for me.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, and I toss him the donut.
And Ariadne, it's your turn. As he bites at that donut. So there's two circling each other and fighting for a donut in the middle of this big hall or big cylinder, and then one with Khoz.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another donut and kind of just waggle it over the two that are fighting, and I speak to all of them, but most the one that Khoz is talking to, and say, technically, he did ask us to help you. To help him. But I mean, it's not so good tearing up books, is it?
Roll a persuasion.
It's not very good. We'll try. A 13. Good
Nice. That was a DC. And so the red one that was trying to wrestle away this donut kind of pushes off and flaps towards you and basically lands very much in your personal bubble space, and like snatches it right out of your hand and says, "Well, you guys need to you need to clean up this mess then, probably.
Well,
These books are
if you
messy.
stop making the mess, we'll clean it up.
Yeah, it's fine. You got more donuts, and Khoz, it's your turn."
I don't care.
Said, hold on. Yeah, we've got some more donuts, but we've got a lot of work to do, and you've made this whole mess. We're going to be cleaning up after you and giving you donuts. You're going to have to help us clean this up first.
Okay.
And I produce another deluxe donut.
Make
as
a
bargaining
persuasion.
chip.
Make a persuasion check.
Ah, okay, persuasion. Does this advantage donut?
No, they've already got one donut.
All right. Oh, that's a 6.
As you say that, he with one of his hind legs has been kind of inching towards another bookshelf and puts his foot on it.
You wouldn't.
And just pushes it.
Very bad. Very
as it
bad.
collapses.
Baddest.
I'm going to take one of the donuts out of the box, and I'm gonna like bite it, and
Ooh, it's a war now.
These donuts are so good, and I don't think I'm gonna share them unless you clean them up.
Roll an intimidation.
Oh, 16 plus.
Oh,
negative
that's
1.
good.
15.
How does Ashryn have a negative intimidation?
I know.
She's cool.
She's so intimidating.
So as you do that, you see the teal one look at you. It's already got one donut in its mouth, and its eyes get wide, and you hear it like garbled. Wait, sir, you do.
And I'm gonna take the donut
Nobody
and
needs
like
to do anything rash.
pull it towards my face with my mouth like wide open.
And Ariadne, it's your turn.
I am actually going to start just picking up the mess. She'll do it. It's okay. It'll make more bigger messes. It's fine. I'm happy to help.
What kind of check do you want to make to clean up books? Book clean check.
A wisdom check works. I guess we can do
Yeah.
decimal system intelligence check.
Yeah, intelligence. I like that. Just do a straight intelligence check.
Okay.
You can add your proficiency because you're a wizard and you spend time with books and stuff.
Dope.
And you're trying to put them back in the right.
Natural 20.
Okay.
23.
And with that, as Ariadne starts kind of putting these books back, the drakes kind of all flutter down, and the teal one seems to be the leader of the pack, if you will. Says, "Fine, we'll get these. We'll start getting these back together too. How about we do a teamwork thing for the donuts?"
I don't think we created the mess.
You didn't not create the mess, though.
Actually, I did not create the mess.
Just put it this way.
Tell you what, we'll help you clear up this mess, but then you have to do us a favor, because you see, there's some things we need to find from this library.
Oh, we can do that's our normal job. Yeah, happy to do that.
Oh God, I'm glad we can do a deal, so you can do your
Perfect.
job.
So you all get the books.
I finished eating that donut, by the way.
Ooh, brutal. Donut warfare.
The red one is like the red drake is just
Sorry.
like its eyes are just like as it's eating a donut too, just like glaring at you.
I'm going to do it back to it.
Its eyes, it backs up. So after it takes a good half an hour to an hour to get everything organized, Ariadne, you would be the one who would notice this the most, and I guess I don't know if it would bug her or not, but there's actually not a lot of organization that you can tell to this library. It's just like these books are like, as you're looking at them, they're like, these are like kind of related, but like it's not alphabetical. It's not like really
it would
by
bug
like
her. It would bug her.
There's like, and some of the books like are just literally just like stacks of paper with a like twine tied around them and no title or anything. Some of them are like really nice, like leather bound, well kept books. Some of them have like ink stains on them. Like you put away one that literally has a bite out of it.
Oh my god.
What's the title? Wait, Steven, what's the title of that book?
The title of that book is Magical Munchies.
I got hungry.
Magical Munchies, Gruff McGruff.
Exactly. And so as you're going through all of these, you're like, what is this library? Like, the shelves are like all different sizes and makes. There's multiple books that you open, actually, Khoz, that would remind you of the perfect ballad that was in your room that just have nothing in them.
What? So hold on, you said there's similar books that are like the book that I have back in my room, and similarly they're blank?
Mm-hmm. Where there's like a title, and then just nothing inside of it that you can tell. It's just everything in there is crazy.
Okay. There's not a clear organelle. It's good that we were made to friend with these drakes.
Yeah. So you come down, and as you walk down, Gibble looks at the drakes and says, "Well, I knew you'd have to clean it up, and I wasn't going to do it." And the leader says, "Yeah, whatever. We have a job to do now, so take that." And just like that's the kind of interaction that these little drakes have with this flump librarian, who as you come down, he says, "Well, thank you for taking care of these hooligans who keep messing with this library. We have a very specific system for how this works, and they like to ruin it. But while you were up, I got everything set up so that when you would like to check out a book, you can. We have there's this like massive tome that's like almost like 3 feet tall. It just has like a place where you sign in your name and sign in your books, and sign out your books. It's not it's not organized like he says it is.
And probably nobody else.
But I appreciate you, and if any of you ever need some work, there's lots of organizing to do here. If you're looking for a job,
that's fine.
I'm pretty busy.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'd like to, but I don't want to.
its eye like looks at Ashryn, shakes its eye at you, and then looks back at Ariadne and says, well, come by, and you can be one of the library assistants, and maybe that can help with whatever projects you're up to. You can help fund some of that. And Rennie says, "Well, that's thanks, Jibble. It's always a pleasure to be in the library. You're looking great today. So you three ready to go, or is there more you need to do? I can show you where your classes, where the rest of the classes are. It's really up to you."
Let's see. So we've seen the library. We've seen the ghost tower. We have a mystery on our hands that involves a ring. I don't know. Where else do we want to go here? The sprouts. Let's go see the sprouts.
Okay. She says, "Okay, we can do that. I probably have some stuff that I'm going to have to do pretty quick. You're not the only group I have to give a tour to, but she runs out. She's walking kind of quick, seemingly very annoyed at being in the library, and takes you to this garden, and it's down across the vine bridge that you have to cross, and it looks like just a normal herb garden kind of a thing. And she gets there, and in the middle of this, there's like all these birch trees. Out of one of the trees, a dryad kind of emerges from it, It matches the birch. It's got this really beautiful, like white bark, willowy leaves and limbs. It's very thin. And almost in a sing-songy voice says, "Oh, welcome. You've come to see the sprouts, have you not? I'm Ilvaxal. I'm the head of the wordsmith and song department. I also stay in this. This is where my classes are, and these are where my friends are." And out pops. They almost look like Oddish, the Pokemon. They like pop out of the ground. They just kind of have squeaky voices and they run around. They're cute, almost like puppies as they interact. So, you have a instrument.
Oh yes. I've been waiting to meet you. I didn't know who the songs professor was, and my name's Khoz Forgeheart, and he's like very nervous here because he really in his adventures hasn't met a whole lot of like great musicians, and so as this dryad has like a title professor of songs, he's already very like, oh geez, this is the person I have to impress. He kind of like squares his shoulders back a bit and says, "Yes, and I'm a luthier.
Yes,
Perfect my art of ballads."
I was excited to meet you. I think we're going to get along great. Ashryn, as they're talking, you see a hooded figure through that same gate you've gone, similar stature, leave the grounds again. You get a glimpse this time, a little bit, of an orange-skinned individual as they walk out. "So, you want to craft the perfect ballad, Khoz?"
Yes, that is what I'm here for.
Well, I look forward to what you have.
It would be an absolute honor to give you a bit of a sample of what I've written so far, but not quite right at this time.
And as you all finish that conversation, for the first time in these grounds, you hear that screech that you've heard multiple times echo through everywhere. You see this Professor Ilvaxal just like suck her spirit back into one of the birch trees. All these little sproutlings pull themselves into the ground.
The professor just left us by ourselves.
You're in the school grounds. But yes.
And yes,
the
she
professor
did.
did just leave you by yourselves. And we're going to have to find out more about that screech next time on the Faeforge Academy.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening to the Faeforge Academy. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a 5-star rating and review for a new podcast that is worth more than its weight in gold. We also have a Patreon if you wanted to get additional content like character journals, sneak peeks, Ask the Cast sessions, and more. I also want to say thanks to this amazing cast, so why don't y'all let the people know how to find you? Yeah, so Adelaide, who are you?
I'm an enigma. I'm Adelaide Gardner, resident cryptid.
Yep.
I am darkness and shadow.
Awesome.
I'm Adelaide Gardner. I'm Adelaide on Twitter. I am 1/4 of the tabletop role-playing game company called Action Fiction. We are producing Monsters of Merca that is coming out soon, as well as some upcoming games we're very excited for. So check us out.
Kai.
Hey, I'm Kai, Stonefly_Kai on Twitter and Instagram. And I am a part of this and a part of Kobold Press, where we play in the Margrave on Sundays as well.
And Ian.
Hi, my name is Ian Gould. You can follow me on Twitter at Game of Science, and I write D&D adventures for Adventurers League. Check us out. Check me out on DM's Guild, and hopefully have some new stuff coming up soon.
Yeah, and I am Steven. I'm at @the_bad DM. And I am the DM here at Not Quite Heroes podcast. And one of two for Tabletop Galaxy. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Faeforge Academy to stay up to date on releases, live streams, anything the cast is doing, and all that fun stuff. So thanks for listening again, and we'll see you on the internet. Theme and background music by Dave Cole of the Four Orbs. To find more music like this, search for D. Cole Music on YouTube. Additional sound effects and background music found at zapsplat.com and tabletopaudio.com. The Faeforge Academy is proud to be a part of the Fandomentals podcast network. For more great podcasts and other fun content, go to thefandomentals.com.